Hello, I promise I have a camera, however I did forget to film an intro, so welcome to this video. Today we're going over all the fragrances from Diptyque, and this video is a little dysfunctional because I will go through everything with you, but I have a discovery set, I have 2 full-size perfumes, and then I finish the video with my honorable mentions, and then just talk about my overall thoughts and stuff like that, and there is a mention of a giveaway at the end. Welcome to this video, thank you for hanging out. My name is Emma, this channel is called Perfumerism, and if you like perfume, please subscribe. If you are watching this, if you like this video, please like this video because it really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And let's get into it. I've been asked to review Diptyque for a really long time, so I'm so excited that I'm finally reviewing Diptyque. It's one of my most highly recommended videos. So I got this, it's the L'Art du Parfum collection, which has 5 fragrances from Diptyque. Now, Diptyque is a brand that I feel like is very French. Like when I think of classic French perfumery, very green, very floral, natural based nature, more like soft fragrances. They're not gonna be like super strong, super long lasting. That's not really Diptyque's thing. I feel like Diptyque is more like classy, elegant, what one would say, I don't know, quiet luxury, I guess. And they're also known for their beautiful packaging. For example, this is my bottle of Fleur de Peau. It has the most beautiful, stunning packaging where it says Diptyque, and this is the eau de parfum bottle. Most of their fragrances will come in eau de parfum and eau de toilette, and the eau de parfum has the black packaging to represent the stronger juice, whereas this fragrance is an eau de toilette. This is a special edition, however, you can see that it has the white packaging. This is the sample set. It comes with a little card. Okay, let's open it up. The packaging is truly beautiful, and they come with 7.5 milliliter sizes. These are super cute. I believe that they're the eau de toilettes. It also comes with this little travel package with the Diptyque logo on it. First off, let's smell Eau Rose. Now, this is a fragrance I've actually smelled before when I was in Paris, and it's one of my friend's sister's signature scents. My friend's sister Anna is like the most classy, beautiful, elegant woman. This is really interesting. Oh, this is Doe Sun. Okay, I was confused. This is not Eau Rose. Forget everything I said. This is Doe Sun, and this is tuberose. It's powdery, a little sweet, very plush. Sometimes fresh tuberose smells a little bit like fresh blooming lilacs, and I love the smell of lilac, so that's kind of what this reminds me of a little bit. Right as I went to start filming this, my tripod broke, so I apologize for the changing in perspective, I guess. I get a bit of a plasticky note from this. I don't know that I'm loving this fragrance. I've heard really good things about it, but it's like definitely like a ripe, fresh, blooming bouquet of flowers, very opulent, very like pollen, very pollen-y. Oh my god, I'm just thinking Bridgerton when I say pollen. Yeah, I like this. Let's come back for the dry down and I'll stitch you what I would think about the dry down in a second. Okay, the next fragrance that I have is L'Ombre dans l'eau, which is a fragrance that I actually blind bought online. I used to like this decanter on eBay and buy like fragrance decants, and I would just buy things that I didn't necessarily want just because they were available. And this was one. This is a cassis forward fragrance. And interestingly, cassis or like blackcurrant is one of the only actual like real raw fruits that you can use in perfumery. Most fragrance accords that are fruits are actually synthetically made. So cassis is one of the only actual raw material fruits that you can extract. And it smells really bad, and it has a really strong green color. So it's like a really colorful, like really bad smelling ingredient. And this is an interesting fragrance because it definitely has that raw material smell of when you smell raw cassis, extracted cassis, but they've done it in a beautiful way. There's still a bit of that like natural aspect that smells a little gross. Uniqueness, I guess, about it, natural variants of nature. It's very green, spring, a little bit like a spa. Fruity, but not your traditional fruity. Fruity like how celery is fruity. And you're gonna be like, celery is not fruit. And that's what I mean. It's like not fruity, but it's fruity. There's something a little celery-like in this, and it's interesting. Next up we have Eau de Son, which looks like there's kind of like oranges or something in this one. I'm just running through these because I honestly don't have a lot of time. I'm going on a flight tomorrow, so tonight I need to pack and do all that stuff. So kind of like just going through it. Okay, I like it a lot better now. I don't know what was happening in that first smell there, but I was like, whoa. But I like it now. Also, I'm not smelling the fragrance notes. I'm kind of just smelling them and telling you what I think. Because I feel like that's kind of interesting to see, like, what does someone think aside from the fragrance notes. It's just interesting to see what I make of it. It's a powdery citrus scent. It's like, have you ever like smushed up sweet tarts? It's like sweet tart powder, but it's not candy-like. It's like when you compare nature to candy. So it's candy-like, but it's still very natural. I might guess there's orange blossom in here. because I get like a lemon or an orange, but it's so powdery that I know that the lemon or the orange that I smell is not necessarily directly like lemon or orange. Like it's not necessarily directly citrus that I'm smelling. I think I'm smelling the blossom of the flower on the citrus fruit. Citrus by proxy, I guess. Powdery. This is my least favorite, I think, of what I've smelled so far. Oh my god, I just went back to L'Ombre Down Low and it smells like a radish to me. Okay, next up we have philosykos Eau de Toilette, which is definitely one of the most popular ones. And I do know the notes of this. It's supposed to be kind of like a reverse engineered fig tree. So you do have fig leaf as well as I think fig flower and fig like branch. Like there's a bit of wood in this or something. So it honestly smells like an actual fig tree. Oh, I'm seeing the picture. I never liked this perfume, but I think I just needed time without it. And now that I'm come back, I'm like, oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, I like it. Wait, I always thought I didn't like this perfume. I need to apologize to this perfume because I really see it. I'm spraying this on my skin so I can go back to it. I never ever liked this perfume. I don't know why, but it's really green, but it's so fresh and breezy and clear. You know when you like bite into like a crisp piece of celery and it's just something about water content mixed with the cellulose structure of a vegetable has that like crunch, you know, that vegetable crunch? Like to me, this smells crunchy. Like there's a high water content mixed with the vegetal, like cellulose, green, chlorophyll aspects. Sorry, this is my biology coming out, but ooh. And I almost got a bit of the coconut, like on my skin is going a little sour. I'll come back to this. So far, I like it a lot. Okay, the final one that we have is Eau Rose, which is the one that my friend Bryn's sister wears. The packaging is just so cute and I love rose. I remember liking this one. This is a slightly vegetal rose scent with an artichoke note. Now, I think of artichoke as like this creamy, buttery, but still natural ingredient, and I wonder if they actually extracted artichoke. Whoa, I just started feeling really weird and dizzy. It's so good. Like, it's just so good. I love rose. Rose is one of my favorite scents. Like wet, but kind of dry at the same time. So there's a little bit of a push and pull to it. I love this. I think it's so pretty. Like I'm honestly just smelling it and spacing out. It's so juicy and red and bright and like fresh and dewy, and it just reminds me of like fairies, and it's beautiful. I love this. Such a well done rose perfume. So I'm gonna go back through and smell the dry down of all them. So I've let Doe Sun sit for a little while. I think this is okay. It's one of those florals that's very heady. Yes, very similar to Gucci Bloom if you want a dupe for this. However, Gucci Bloom does have some different facets that to me read more synthetic, whereas this is more like, this is very natural. It smells like 100% naturals to my nose. Might not be, but there's that animalic indole kick that to me I think red is plasticky. So overall, this I think I just don't really love this as much. It's obviously good perfumery, but it's too heady for me, so I would pass on this one. L'Ombre dans l'eau. It's like a fruity, juicy green radish. It's not sweet. It's honestly blackcurrant. If you've smelled blackcurrant, you've smelled this. It's like a wet version of this. I remember I was obsessed with this when I first bought a sample of this back in 2020, but I've kind of grown out of it. I don't know if it's my favorite scent ever. Again, a lot of these aren't necessarily exactly my taste, but it's there. It's good. Then we have Eau de Son. I don't really like this one either. I think it's like kind of tart and bitter. Oh, it is orange blossom and bitter orange. Oh my god, that makes so much more sense. I definitely get the angelica and the juniper berries. The patchouli is just too strong for me, and that is what's bothering me. Because there's aspects of this that I love. I usually love juniper berries because there's that aromatic aspect to this that I do like. I like the angelica, which is kind of a green. The angelica and the bitter orange I feel like work in a similar way. With the bitter orange is like bitter, citrusy, but a citrus that doesn't give, you know? Like it's a citrus that's very like, it's very up here, like, and angelica I think of as like also up here and it's like kind of poking at you. Whereas the orange blossom is very like fluffy around it, very fuzzy, and then the patchouli is just like punching you right in the middle. So it's like I like everything else, but the patchouli is just a little too much for me. So overall, this is also a bit of a pass for me, but it's interesting and I like the combination of notes. Next up we have the philosykos Eau de Toilette. It's going really sour on me, so I would say I really loved the opening, but the dry down, again, still not my favorite. I would like to smell the eau de parfum to see how they differ, but I could see people liking this, so I would say I want to try the eau de parfum. This one's personally not my favorite because of how bitter it went on my skin, but the Opening was lovely. It's just gone very sour and almost off when it hit my skin, and the longer it sits on this, I get that off sour smell. But the opening was so beautiful with that like wet, juicy, voluptuous fig. Loved that. But this one, I get like iodine. But next up we have Rose, which is the most beautiful rose scent. I love it. It's rose. It's like candy, but it's not candy, and it's sweet and it's fluffy and pretty and happy and giggly. Next up, prochaine, we will smell my large sizes. Also, I want to add that some of these products were a gift from Diptyque. I honestly find it really interesting that they sent these to me. I'm very grateful, but I feel like Diptyque is a brand that I've historically been very critical of because I haven't really found my thing yet, and I don't feel like I really connect with them as a brand. So I let them know that I would be interested in trying a discovery set, maybe trying them out, seeing if anything resonates with me. But obviously I will be honest, and so I'm gonna go through these, tell you what I think of them, but I won't. But I'm honestly not expecting to love any of these because a lot of them I've smelled before, but I'm gonna give you my new opinion, revised. The only fragrance that I do have that I did by myself was Le Papier, which I bought back in January. It was kind of a blind buy when I bought it at the store from Diptyque. I will say though, I walked into the store, they're burning 34 from Diptyque, which is this like woody, almost incensey, spicy scent. It's very deep, it's very strong, diffusive. You can smell that in the whole boutique. And I smelled this, and a lot of people told me maybe it smells different at home now because the bottle that they had been macerating and sitting. So that could be the case, but a lot of people also said maybe the candle that they had burning in there interacted with it. Either way, when I bought this and I brought it home and I smelled it, I didn't love it the way that I did at the store. But again, that was in January, and I've let this sit in a cold, dark place, so we've kind of tested out the maceration. So let's see if this is still good. I'm gonna spray it right on my knee because I'm sitting with my leg up, so it's honestly a nice place for me to spray. That's not my arm. The notes to this are like toasted rice. I do have a limited edition bottle. I don't know if it was like a holiday season bottle, Christmas bottle. This is all that they had in stock when I bought it, so that's what I have. I think is honestly one of the prettiest bottles in my collection. Oh, I am liking this better than I remember. This is a beautiful, airy, like toasted puffed rice. It has this like puff, airy, soft, cozy, soft blanket. It's a very Taurus fragrance, a little tactile, but I do see a little bit of air sign in it because it is a little whimsical. There was a note of this originally that I read as kind of like pencil shavings, and honestly I found out later on that it was supposed to smell like printing paper, like newspaper or something like that, which I do smell. There was like a literal kind of paper mache pencil shavings note that I didn't like when I got home, and a lot of people were saying, Emma, it's called Le Papier. What do you mean like you're surprised it smells like paper? But honestly, when I smelled it at the store, I smelled the fluffy rice and like the puffed rice and the texture of this fragrance and the airiness and like the skin musk. It was so pretty. But then when I got home, yes, it's always been called Le Papier, but when I smelled it in store, I felt like it didn't smell like paper. And then when I got home, it smelled like paper. I'm not getting that paper note. I'm not getting the paper note anymore. Maybe I did let it macerate and maybe that worked. Okay, I'm so glad because this was expensive. Like when I bought this was expensive. So here I am today saying maybe the maceration worked. Maybe it smells different. Maybe it smells different. Maybe I'm a reformed, changed girl. However, I don't recommend blind buying this because I didn't like it when I first got it, and I don't really want my fragrances to need to sit for 3-4 months. That said, we are back. This has been a redemption arc for both this and philosykos, which even though I didn't like philosykos completely on the drydown, it still changed for me and I like it better now than I did before. By the way, this is so good and I'm really proud. Okay, I like it. It's that like steamed rice. There's like a little bit of that kind of like musk, isoe super TV static in the background, and I usually don't like that note, but it works here. Okay, moving along, let's talk about fleur de peau. I only have the eau de parfum, and this is what it looks like here. I had this on my wrist. I was wearing this as my scent of the day today, and I've been wearing this since the beginning of the day. I would say that the longevity on this perfume was only about like 2 hours for me, regular projection, and then after that I got maybe like 2 more hours of I have to put my skin to my face projection. This is a really beautiful, totally buttery, smooth velvet iris fragrance, and it has the same kind of TV staticky, isoe super pencil shavings note that this one has. So these two are definitely in the same family, but this one has that buttery iris, whereas this one is like puffy steamed rice. It's so beautiful. Iris is so interesting because it really smells like carrots a little bit, like a buttery, silky, smooth carrot, but not with butter because it doesn't have that like savory quality. Like I guess it does, but it doesn't. Out of these two, I've had Le Papier longer and like I have like good memories with it, so I like Le Papier I think a little more, but This is really stunning. If you like iris, this is really good. Honestly, I like these two both probably like millions of years more than I like the other ones. I've really been vibing with these lately, and I'm not usually like a second skin musk kind of girl, but I really like these two, so I highly recommend them. Apparently this is Phoebe Bridgers' signature scent, so slay Phoebe Bridgers. I really like both of these. Honestly, that like pencil shaving-y TV static note isn't as much here. Like it's a little bit in the opening, but then after that I really just get this like buttery, silky smooth, gorgeous iris, like gorgeous iris scent. They honestly do perfumery so well, and not all the perfumes really are like for me, but the perfumery is done very well. I will say that. Some things that I want to honorably mention that I don't own that I do like from Diptyque. I love their Bae's candle. I know it's like super popular and hyped, but I really like that like kind of wet, fruity, juicy cassis Bae fragrance. It's kind of similar to the Jo Malone Blackberry Bae. I feel like there's a lot of crossover between like the Venn diagram between Jo Malone likers and Diptyque likers. I feel like it's a similar kind of house. I also wanted to open this candle. I talked about this in my new fragrance launches video, and they sent it to me, and they had this like limited edition coffee scented candle. These are only available until May, but they just sent me them, and so I figure I might as well review them, but I don't know if they're for purchase anymore, so hopefully they come back. But I've never had a Diptyque candle before, so I thought either way it would be cool to just show it to you. Their candles usually have really cute packaging. This is gorgeous. The wick is completely crushed. They sent me two candles, but the one other candle, which is Chantilly, which I think would be amazing. It sounds like a creamy vanilla scent. I can hear the broken candle, so kind of don't really want to open this one, but I did open the cafe one. It's a really bitter coffee scent. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Vietnamese iced coffee scent from Danam, the Vietnamese brand that has the Vietnamese iced coffee scent. It's a little bit similar, where it's that really bitter coffee. This is not gourmand at all. It's really like bitter coffee. Like this smells like the Dutch coffee that my relatives would make. That's, you smell that and you're like you drink it and you're like, I have to go brush my teeth. Like I can just taste the acid. I don't like this very much. It's really leaning like bitter. So I don't know if you guys are missing out on much. Thank you Diptyque, they sent this to me, but I can only really be honest, and I don't know if this is for me. It's a very acidic scent, so it's not on the market anymore, but that's what it is. It's really cute. So those are what I think of Diptyque. I do want to do one more honorable mention, which is the Eau Duelle scent, Diptyque Eau Duelle. I have a sample of this somewhere, but for the life of me, I cannot find it. I bought this like really early into my perfume journey, and I can't tell you whether it was the Eau de Toilette or the Eau de Parfum. I actually do not remember, but it's a beautiful, spicy, aromatic vanilla scent. And if you like vanillas, if you like kind of like fall fragrances, it's really honestly one of the best. I just remember loving that perfume. Really beautiful, like resinous, balsamic vanilla. That said, I think Diptyque is a perfectly nice house. I still don't feel like there's really a fragrance that really resonates with me. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised by Le Papier. I still really like Fleur de Peau, even though these aren't Emma perfumes. I feel like an Emma scent is something that smells like tea, something that smells like a little creamy vanilla. Like I like my kind of gourmand, so this is not gonna be my perfume house. I do love the smell of rose, lychee, peony, love those notes. And I like citrus notes. Oh, I like Oyedo from this brand. It's kind of like a citrusy cotton candy scent. Let me know what fragrances from Diptyque you guys like. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next video. I'll give you like a little flashback. So when you guys are watching this, I will be on a plane to Paris, and hopefully next week I will be able to post a video for you guys about my time in Paris. I want to vlog the whole trip and show you guys about me attending Paris. So that's hopefully going to be my video for next week, and that's all I wanted to say. So I'll see you guys later. I hope you all have a great day, and I love you. Bye. Also, I wanted to jump in to say I am doing a giveaway on my Instagram. If I'm going to post it when I reach 25k, it's going to be my 25k giveaway, but I'm at 21k, so I'm so close. So if you're watching this and you don't follow my Instagram, follow my Instagram and I will do my huge giveaway. I have boxes full of stuff already, literally waiting to do the giveaway. So at this point, it's becoming a little embarrassing that I haven't reached 25k because I'm so close, and I've been teasing you guys with this giveaway. So just, if you could get me there, I would be more than happy to have this giveaway for you guys. So please follow me. I have lots of fun stuff to give away. My username is perfumerism. I'll put it over here. I'll link it in the caption. Check me out there, like this video, and that's all. Bye.